Hey, good evening, guys. It's very late here. It's just gone 12:30 on a Friday morning here in the UK. Quick video. Do not fear judgment from the sheep. Okay? They say sharing is caring. If you know the truth, pass it on. A lot of people are worried about how they're going to be perceived and judged negatively by the general populace, which for the most part are sheep. And I don't mean this as an insult or any disrespect, because sheep just do what they're told and accept what they're told. It's just a metaphor for the people's mindset. It's kind of a difficult one because I know for the most part we still do need to keep up some appearances just to be able to make it through day-to-day life and continue with jobs. You're just over broke. But if I could sum up some of the truth, 9/11 was an inside job. Chemtrails are real. We never landed on the moon. Space doesn't exist. The world is flat. Jesuits run the world. The elites, for the most part, seem to worship the devil. I'm not the biggest religious person in any case, because for the most part, religion was designed for mind control. So was the television. Set me up 5G, the new 5G system. It is a weapon. What else is there? I mean, pretty much most things that you think you know, for the most part, unless you're a truther, most things that you know is a lie. Aliens don't exist. They're demons. We've always had them, and I don't see that changing in the foreseeable future. The pharmaceutical company don't actually do anything to help your health long term. The whole political system is a sham. People are elected, not selected. Selected, not elected. That's the one. Everything that you pretty much know, and that's why the channel's called They Lied to You, because most of the stuff that people have been told and accepted is a lie, because gravity isn't real. It's a theory. The Big Bang Theory is still a theory. If you know anything physics 101, matter cannot be created nor destroyed, so please tell me how from nothing became all of this. Clearly evident of an intelligent design. Evolution's also a theory that's never been proven. DNA has never been modified. It's been modified by them, of course, but it's never evolved. Nothing's been changed or added in that sense. I don't know, there must be 10,000 things I could probably go on about, but you know how it is when you get on camera and you lose a lot of your trail of thoughts. I just wanted to make the point of saying, if you know the truth, share it. Don't fear judgment. Not from people who know less than you. And for anybody who is watching my video and you think that you know everything and you don't think that I know what I'm talking about, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. For the most part, it means that you just don't or haven't dug deep enough to really see what's going on. And a lot of people still don't believe the world is flat. For you not to believe the world is flat, that means you must believe stuff that's still coming from the same governmental bodies that put the illusion up in the first place. So, again, don't know what to say about that one. A lot of people will say that it's conspiracy theories, and I don't really understand how something can be a conspiracy theory if it's an actual factual bit of information, especially when it's taken from the sources and the powers that be directly. Things like solar geoengineering, chemtrails, deliberately, that was deliberately done. That was openly admitted that it was something that they were doing. Spraying of lithium in the skies, aluminium, strontium, barium, and God knows what else. I'm sure at one point somebody mentioned something about sulfuric acid, but I mean, this is crazy. If you think that I'm wrong, I would ask that you kindly just keep digging, keep researching. I don't judge you for it. I'm happy that you're looking into it. If you just happen to bump into this video, someone sent it, shared it to you, then everything that I've just told you is an absolutely legitimate bit of information. You probably should check it out and understand that everything that you perceive to be the way it is doesn't work the way it does, that it's supposed to, and most of it is just a control grid. Everybody's getting really excited by cryptocurrency, new form of control. Slavery, there we go, is another bit of truth. Slavery never stopped, it just evolved. This is slavery 2.0. It's non-race specific. Heliocentrism is nonsense. It's geocentric. The sun isn't that far away, neither is the moon. I mean, planets don't exist the way that they show us that they do. Parts of the Bible are legit and 100% real. And I can't vouch for the whole thing because I wasn't here. I can just talk about the factual things that can be seen now. I think I'm going to wrap it up with that, to be honest. I'm sure most of the people who are watching these videos are going to be, or people who've already subscribed, so for the most part you guys already know the truth, and I appreciate that. There might be some stuff that you're still searching for answers for, and again, I respect that because I'm constantly looking for answers and reevaluating what it is that I think I know and what it is that I've been told versus what's actually observable. So, you know, it's a never-ending bit of work, and I think there are so many false truths that it takes a lot of time, and it's not something that's new to me. I've been doing this for quite some time now, like most real truthers should have. I don't know what to say about these guys who just started talking about flat earth and that only. Some of them don't seem to really understand anything, apart from the fact that they can see that the world is flat, but that's about where it stops, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's the agenda, if that's the disinformation agents, if that's the, what they call them, the gatekeepers. I don't know. But don't be so worried about how people are going to judge you. Just know what you know and try and share it, because I can almost guarantee you at some point or another, the same people that you've spoken to and the same people you've told stuff will see, at some point, they will see that you were right and you were telling them something that was right. And as long as you shared what you know, then you've done the right thing with it. If you have learnt the truth and you've kept it to yourself, I would go as far to say that that's a bit cowardly, to be honest, because sharing is caring, but more importantly, we can't ever strive to fix a problem if people aren't aware of the situation, because if you aren't aware of the situation, how the hell do you formulate a solution? I know my last few videos have been about, you know, the fact that we do need to do something, and I completely stand behind that 100%. I still do. We do need to do something. We are running out of time. But I just don't want the truth being suppressed because everybody is so scared to be judged, especially in this new age of social media and public perception being such an overrated, nonsensical rating tool of an individual's capability. Because if you say something different outside from the accepted mainstream understanding of anything, you're perceived to be the problem or the person with the issue by most people. But for the most part, that shouldn't even matter, to be honest. It shouldn't even count. Unfortunately, it does, but it shouldn't even matter because the truth is the truth. People don't have to accept it. It just is. You know, if I turn around to you and I say gravity is a theory, it isn't real, it doesn't exist, and it needed to exist in order for this geocentric model to even exist and be a thing, you might not necessarily agree with that. But if I then explain to you that all of these phenomena that you would normally use gravity for, you can use something like density and buoyancy. So here's how I figure it. On land, it's about the density of materials. In water, it's about buoyancy, which again relates back to density, because it's about the density of the molecules, and how well they sit together will determine whether something floats or sinks. So buoyancy is still related to density. Now, if you really look at that properly, that can make a lot of sense to you, and you can really see that you don't need this really weird concept of something pulling everything and this constant pulling force, because if you understand it, and you understand that doesn't really make sense. I know things working in terms of electromagnetism. Most people don't know how that works because you don't really get shown that in school. You don't really get shown how frequencies interfere with all of these things and exactly its relationship to it all. But if you are aware and you do know, please keep sharing it. We are running out of time, people. And there are many people who are asleep, but for the most part, many are very, very close to waking up because everybody is being crushed. Everybody's being squeezed at one point or another. And they are starting to see the cracks. So you might tell somebody something and they might not believe you right now. But in a few months, a few weeks, a few years, even if we have that amount of time, they will see and understand. And again, as long as you've done the right thing with the information that you have, then you have a clear conscience. Clear conscience. You've shared what needs to be shared, and you've done your bit for the most part. It would just be nice if we could actually start formulating some plans and some solutions. For those of you who are truthers and really awake, then you know, take from that what you will, but you know what I mean. We're running out of time with this new 5G grid, and if you don't know how it's supposed to work and what's exactly going to happen, I suggest you have a look, because I keep saying it. 2.4 hertz is your Wi-Fi. That affects water molecules. 60 hertz will be the 5G. That affects air molecules. And the fact that those towers are actually capable of over 300 hertz. So just think of something significantly more dangerous than your microwave and significantly more powerful. Then maybe you'll start to have an understanding that 5G really is a weapon. At best, it's something for mind control. At worst, don't need nukes. Way too messy, way too dangerous. Don't need nukes. Don't need nukes. Share the truth. Speak the truth. And let's start trying to see what we're going to do about the truth. Yeah, because we know the truth. And we need to do something about it. Stop taking the crap because you don't know what to do. Reach out to me. My email address is the Thesvcproject at gmail.com. It's been in my videos. I've put it in the description. Message me. Reach out. Let's start creating a network. Let's start disseminating more truth within ourselves, but more importantly, let's start having a look at what we can figure out when we put our heads together and see what solutions we can go with, because I think everybody knows we need a solution. We need some solutions to all the problems that we face right now, because things aren't working the way they're supposed to, and it's definitely not working for our betterment. Plus, I can't remember the last time a government stepped in and anybody actually really noticed a beneficial difference for the long term. So again, I don't really think that they're actually there. I mean, look, if you're awake, if you know the truth, then you know the government aren't there for you. You know they're just puppets to be controlled by the elites, which we'll never know who they are. We'll never see their faces. So with that being said, I think you can appreciate that most problems that we've ever had could have been solved, but for the most part, it's by design. So why would they solve the problem? Anyway, it's late and I'm done. Sharing is caring.